I want to thank you for your detailed and comprehensive response to this question. I welcome the fact, Taoiseach, that after the publication of the Commission on the Future Policing report, a decision was made that we would establish an implementation office within the Department of An Taoiseach. I think that showed the seriousness with which government was taking the implementation of this programme. And those of us who are here who debate the justice legislation that comes before the House will be aware that very significant amounts of legislation have come in here seeking to implement recommendations contained within that report. I suppose, Taoiseach, one thing which has changed since the publication of the report is that we now recognise that we do have a recruitment crisis within An Garda Síochána. In fairness to government, that's not something that can be laid solely at the door of government. Government has provided sufficient funding to provide for 1,000 extra Gardaí last year and this year. Unfortunately, we're not getting the recruits in, and those who are expressing interest in joining Garda Síochána aren't getting over the obstacles that permit them to gain entry. So, Taoiseach, I would ask that the implementation office within your department would take into account that we do have this recruitment crisis, and I think we need to look at some options which we were aware of in the past but we haven't considered implementing, such as extending the retirement age. There are very many fine members of An Garda Síochána who would like to stay on but are forced to retire at 60 years of age. I think that's something that we need to look at in order to ensure that we can retain numbers within the force. Secondly, there are also very many people in this country who find themselves doing boring desk jobs, and after 35 years of age they may want to look for a more exciting job. We don't permit them to join in Garda Síochána after the age of 35, and I think that's something that the Implementation Office need to take into account. And Taoiseach, I suppose the reason for this is because we do have a problem with crime in the inner city and in Dublin, and I'm sure we have it in other urban areas as well. It's a multi-factored solution that's required, but one of the absolute solutions is that we need more Gardaí on the street, as without that we won't be able to challenge this scourge of crime in our communities. Thanks.